Well, howdy folks. Today, we're going to talk about undercoating. If you ever been there, you ever try to get undercoating off something, you know what I'm talking about. It's a pain. It's a completely pain to get that stuff off. You know, and I did a lot of searching, try to find easiest ways to take it off. And so far, there is one method I like the most. I tried, people said spray WD-40 on it. People said, you know, use a propane torch or something like that and heat it up and get it soft and scrape it off. Just using a regular putty knife or a nice heavy knife to get it to scrape off, that's kind of a pain because, you know, it's a lot of elbow grease into that. The one that I like the most is using the oscillator tool. And it's right here. And this is what I mean. With a nice... like a chipping blade or a scraper blade on this, and you can peel this stuff off extremely fast. And what I like about this too is with the propane torch and even the WD-40 is this scrapes it off to where it's relatively clean underneath. Of course you have to go back over it later on, but like the WD-40 and the propane melts it on, which makes it even more of a mess in my opinion. But it does work for hard to reach areas, so I do use that once in a while. But the WD-40, it's kind of the same thing. It softens it up and you peel it off. And then you have that mess underneath. This, you need to scrape it right off. And most of the time you're down to either metal or paint, so it makes it a little bit easier in my opinion. But you'll have to try and see what you guys like. In my opinion, this is the way to go. So I'm going to take you underneath the car here and show you what I'm talking about. Also wanted to show you the grind areas and stuff that I have to do underneath. It's actually not as bad as I thought. I don't think it'll take me as long as I thought. But I did lift up the car. I raised it about 15 inches or so. Got it up on jack stands. So that's why it looks a little bit taller in here. So let me get you underneath here and show you what I got going on. Well, this might be a little difficult to show, but you can see, you know, some of these marks here, or the weld that come through, they need ground down. You can see the undercoating, it still needs to come off the car. It's not a whole lot of room under here, so it's kind of a little hard to maneuver, especially with the camera. You can see the undercoating and everything, it's all back through here. You know, but let me just show you how well the oscillating tool works to get some of this stuff off. I think we'll start back here somewhere. All right, so this is a little difficult underneath here. I'm going to try my best to show you how well the oscillating tool works here. So well, you guys kind of get the idea. It is a noisy, messy job. So I'm going to go ahead and continue doing this, but I hope you guys kind of got the idea on how well it does on taking that stuff off. In my opinion, it's the only way to go. So let me continue on, and maybe I'll show you after I get everything cleaned up here. I'll bring you back and show you what the underneath of the car looks like. Alright guys, you can kind of see how I got everything cleaned up here. I got all the welds ground off up underneath the car here. All the undercoatings are removed, you know, and I got this little bit of residue, it's still here. I don't know if I'm going to use lacquer thinner or acetone or whatever, or wire brush to get the rest of this cleaned up. I'm actually not sure what to use to clean this up. I was thinking even a steam genie. So I'm just not sure what I want to do there or how I want to do that. So if anybody has any suggestions on that, please by all means leave a comment. But you can see, it's like I said, it's a little difficult because it's underneath the car here, but you can see all the floor underneath the car is all cleaned up. All the undercoating's done, removed. I'll try to come back here a little farther. So I'm on the creeper, so it's, like I said, it's a little hard for me to maneuver. But you know, all of it's you know, removed back here and everything too. And it really did turn out pretty good. It just needs cleaned up a little bit, I think, with a wire brush or acetone and some other type of solvent or whatever, you know, whatever I decide to do. But I just wanted to bring you in and show you that, you know, it cleaned up actually pretty well. You can see all back there and everything. So, and if you're wondering, you know, you can kind of see there's these frame rails and stuff here. I had the body of the car sitting on a boat trailer. It was a boat trailer that I had got for scrap or something, and it was kind of made it convenient to move around the body off of the frame. So that's what I've been using. It's actually worked out pretty good. So, but there you go. You can see it. It's starting to look pretty good. All right, guys. Well, you saw underneath the car there. You saw how I got it all cleaned up, and it's looking pretty good. Everything's ground off. Everything's cleaned up underneath there. I didn't see anything else that really needs done underneath there other than getting that residue off, which I'm not sure how to do yet. Any input is great on that. Like I said, I was thinking acetone, lacquer thinner, steam genie, other than, you know, using a wire wheel. But I was kind of hoping to get the residue off first and then maybe wire wheel it after or use a stripper or whatever. I'm not sure on that. So like I said, any input was good on that. Once that's done, I can go ahead and paint the floors. I can paint underneath, and then this guy can go back on the frame, and that would be really, really great. I've been tying up both of my garages for probably 10 years, 7 years, 8 years, somewhere in that range. It'd be nice to get it all in one place now, and then I can start slowly working on the exterior of the car, you know, get all the panels and stuff put together, the fenders on. So that would be a major plus for me. So the next thing we're going to start working on, and I may have already said this before, but look at this guy. Here's that toe board we was talking about in the floor up there, and you can see the whole bottom of this completely gone. It's Swiss cheese. I don't even know how this goes in here. I'm looking at pictures, and you know, the panel that I got is basically a flat piece of tin, so it's not really close. Look, I just broke that off. But this is the next piece I'll be working on. It needs bead rolled and some other features put in it. So with that said, please hit the like and subscribe button. And until next time, take care.